stay with your boyfriend because your apartment will be bare.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Okay?
true. That's
Don't
true.
do that.
Wait, so
That's true. That's not a very good excuse.
You're better than that. You're better
than that. Can we mention? We're not mentioning this. We're not gonna mention it.
I would literally be dead.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
We can't.
I
cannot.
We're in. No, we're not gonna bring it up. It's not gonna happen. By the way, Kylie saved the day because I've wanted to get Kylie on the show for a long time, and we did have another guest on who was supposed to be on today, and they called me last night saying that they had a family member who was like rushed to the hospital.
Oh,
They had like a
no.
serious emergency.
Oh, no.
So I called up Marissa. No, that's actually not what happened. This is what happened.
Were you trying to like give an excuse for them?
For them? No. Well, you know what? Actually, in all seriousness, like this guest actually had a health emergency last week, and they were supposed to come on this week. We'd rescheduled this week, and it was like they were still kind of in this health emergency. So it was a family member. It was not them, but it was a very close family member. They're out of town. I think everything's gonna be fine. But I called Marissa because I put an episode out every single Tuesday of the podcast. I never miss. And I was like, if I don't get a guest in tomorrow, I'm going to miss. Like, this is
I'm
bad.
gonna miss, yeah.
So actually, originally, I had asked my producer, Alex, who's behind the curtain. I said, Alex, do you want to come on? We'll talk about your company. We'll talk about podcasting. It'll be a great episode.
Alex, I took your slot. I'm so
And
sorry.
no.
He took mine.
Because Alex said, I can't. I'm going to be super busy. I can't make it in. And now it's clicking to me, Alex, you're here right now. What are we talking about, Alex?
Who would have produced it?
Who would have produced it? You can't come on and be a guest. So anyway, so I called Marissa. I said, Marissa, we got to get Kylie in. What's she doing? She has a new record coming out. She's got a single that's going to radio. We have so much to talk about. I've wanted Kylie on for a long time. So this is amazing. Like, we've got Kylie on the show. She jumped in last minute. You were doing like press
champ.
right before this, right?
So you're saying I'm a hero. That's what you're saying.
You're a hero, Kylie.
You are like
that
the
is what I'm
white
saying.
knight in shining armor
I
right
saved
now.
the day.
You really
That's
did.
what you're saying.
No. You saved the day. And first of all, we have a lot to talk about here, and there's a lot of exciting stuff happening in Kylie's universe. But I was on your TikTok last night because first of all, I always feel like I have plenty of time to prep, and I always do like a deep dive. Like, I listen to all the music, like I watch every interview, like I go deep. Like, this was put together last night.
It's going to be your best one yet then.
I've got a lot
Off
to
the
talk
cuff.
about. I've got a lot to talk about, Kylie. Okay, it's gonna be big. But first of all, so I was on your TikTok last night and I was scrolling, and I saw this video where I think you got your fiance like an anniversary gift.
It was his wedding band.
It was his wedding band. Where did you give it to him? Where were you when you gave him this gift?
I gave it to him on the top of LA Jackson, which is a rooftop here in Nashville. And I was like, okay, this is going to be sweet. It's on our anniversary. It was our 7th year anniversary. 1 year of being engaged. All right. The next anniversary we'll be married. So I'm like,
Yeah.
And he was about to leave for like a long period of time for an opportunity that I'm hush about, but it's going to be really cool. But anyway, so I'm not going to see him for like 2 months. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him his wedding band early. And that way he'll have it while he's gone and he can think of me, blah, blah. So we go to the top of LA Jackson.
Do people do that frequently?
No.
No. Most of the time, do you give the wedding band
Yes.
at the wedding, right?
Yes, but we just can't wait.
Yeah.
Like
I like
I already
that.
have my wedding band.
Yeah.
and I'm
So
wearing
cute.
it. So he already calls me his wife. Like we're already married pretty much, even though we're not. So I give him the wedding band on top of LA Jackson, and it's a rooftop, right? Beautiful. We're looking at the city.
Well, you gave him a box.
I gave him a box. So I'm like, open the gift. We'll get like a cute little video, like, you know, and this company sent me this beautiful wedding band for him that we both have one, and Mero Fine sent it, and I was like, that way I'll get it on video. It'll be so cute. Well, he drops the ring while we're on a rooftop. Like, this is $1,000 ring, and he drops it, and he opens the box and it just comes out, so he doesn't even see what it is.
First of all, how was this packaged? I feel like this might have been a packaging
So
problem.
no, this was a Kylie problem because I handled it improperly. I should have. They told me how to handle it, and it was
What do you mean?
like you're supposed to keep it this way, like right side up, fragile, blah blah. And
Right.
like, I just threw it in the car, like whatever, like I'll figure it out later. So
You
it was
didn't
a Kylie
think,
problem.
hey, let's handle the ring with care?
I literally break things. I have a song called Break Things.
she does. She
I handle
does.
nothing with care. That's the problem.
So, but he just opened. To me, it should have been like, I felt like a Russian doll situation. I felt like you should have had a bigger box, in that box should have been a ring box, and in that box should have been the ring. But
It
it felt
was.
like the second he touched it, the ring just like fell off the ledge.
Well,
So you have a video of him physically.
yeah, the whole
like,
thing's on
dropping.
TikTok.
whole
yeah,
thing's
yeah.
on TikTok.
God.
Yeah, so he opened the box and then he took the ring box out, opened the ring box, and the ring just fell out. And I was like, and he was like, what? What is it? He still didn't even see what it was. So we're solid 2.5 minutes. We're looking for this ring. And I'm like, if this fell off the top of this
Right.
rooftop,
Right.
what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Were you in a spot like it could have fallen off?
We were on the edge. Absolutely. Like, and there's like a little like opening on the bottom, of
bottom
the
with the
rail where
glass,
it could have
yeah.
absolutely
Oh
fallen
my God!
off.
That so you were like sweating.
I was like,
You were like, listen, babe, if we don't find this, you're not getting another
You're not
one.
getting a ring.
There's gonna be a ring pop at the wedding.
Like
okay?
literally. Thank God he got a tattoo anyway, so it's fine. But like you're not getting a ring.
And was it just on the ground or where?
So
where
we
was
found it like 2 tables over under someone's like next to someone's shoe. And I was like, "Excuse me, miss. Like, just gonna grab this real quick." And so I give it back to him, and he was like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's your wedding band." And he was like, "Are you serious?" Throughout the whole video, you just hear him repeating, "Are you serious?
serious?
Are you serious?"
Thank God that you guys found it.
Thank God. It was, and I was like, "Well,
Now you
this
have a
marriage is
story.
already going great.
Yeah.
So
No,
we're
no, no.
just
That's so
living on the
cute.
edge."
It's all- and I love that you posted it. It was really because I'm assuming that you were recording. That was not what you were expecting.
No.
You were expecting
A
this
sweet
like
video.
sweet
Yeah.
romantic moment. And what did the ring say? Because I thought the wedding band was very cool. Actually, it was.
Thank you. Yeah. So
It wa-
his says "till death."
Yeah.
And mine says always. So the whole of us being both artists, of course we have a logo for our wedding. Why wouldn't we? So it's
Oh,
an
really?
upside down triangle that says "till death" in the middle of it. And long story short, it's he's from Iowa, I'm from Oklahoma. We met in Nashville. Crazy story, but it is exactly 700 miles from my hometown to his hometown to Nashville, and Nashville to my hometown. So it's a
Oh, so
perfect
it's a
triangle. Yeah, so that's like kind of the whole theme of the wedding, and so that's why I got him that one.
Wow.
Cute.
Did you put together like a website for the wedding, like everyone's doing?
Not
that,
yet.
right?
Not yet, because I was like, I'm just gonna like, I don't even run my own website, so I have enough to
She's-
worry about.
She's going to Universal and she's like, listen, guys, I know we've got some web people
Yeah,
here
yeah.
who
Give
run my
give 'em to me.
website. We need a wedding website ASAP.
God.
ASAP.
It's not a
A-
bad
Cute.
idea. Not a
Yeah,
bad
I think you
idea.
need someone. And then he proposed to you at Whiskey Jam, right?
He did.
Which makes, I think for this relationship makes a lot of sense. I feel like, I don't know if Whiskey Jam is hot. It is sweaty.
There's a
It is,
lot of people.
it is crowded.
Yeah.
But it feels like it does kind of fit your story, but I don't think that's like the ideal place to propose. But
That's-
it worked for you,
That's
right?
exactly what I like. Was like after it, I was like, really, babe, Whiskey Jam?
Whiskey Jam,
Whiskey
like this
Jam?
is disgusting.
Really?
Like, what are we-
you've played amphitheaters. You chose Whiskey Jam?
there wasn't an amphitheater like opening up or whatever. Like, it
Was he
whis-
performing that night?
He was. So
Okay.
it was actually a full circle moment because when we first started dating, like one of our first dates was Whiskey Jam.
Oh,
So,
cute.
like,
he wanted to like bring it back.
it was a full circle
sentimental
moment.
for you guys.
For sure. But I was
Yeah.
like, hey, remember that one time you did like a 10,000 like people show? Like maybe
we couldn't have
Right.
done it there.
Exactly.
We couldn't have done it there.
No,
at the,
it actually was way better because then all of our family and friends got to be there in one place, like all of our Nashville peeps. So then like we got engaged and we immediately went out and it was like
Where'd you go?
engagement
Winners?
party. Winners, Red Door, you know, the typical
Again,
Midtown.
Kylie. I don't know if this
Very
is.
Nashville.
Oh no, it is me. It's very me. I want a nice glass of wine and a fish for dinner, but then take me to a dive bar after. So that's kind of
So
my
this
vibe.
was he knows you. He knew it was gonna work. That's a natural relationship.
That's
Getting
so
proposed at
cute.
Whiskey Jam.
I
Is
know.
Ward gonna officiate the wedding?
Oh my god, that would have been funny though. He literally was so excited. He was like, "This is our first proposal." I was like,
Really?
"No,
That's
really."
surprising to me.
Yeah, it was it was the first
I
one.
honestly am surprised, but
They should put a plaque up somewhere
They
right
should.
before.
I bet
be
the
on it.
crowd.
Yeah.
I love it when people propose in front of crowds. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's,
it's
like,
really cute.
It's so cute.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
cute.
really cute. It's
And
really cute.
It was funny because like he did actually a really good job in a way of like trying to surprise me. The effort was there. Like he was supposed to like release his album that weekend. And he was like, oh, like we're gonna have a big album release party at Whiskey Jam. Like, so I talked to your dad. He wants to fly in, and like your mom and family. So like they want to be there for the album release.
Yeah.
And I was like, and my papa's coming too. Like, wow, there's a lot
And your
of people.
mom was pushing you to get your nails done.
See, that's
right?
when that was one of the giveaways because I don't.
I've told that to people before, like, you better make sure that my nails are like
See,
on fleek.
Also,
I'm
just like
proposed to.
I play guitar, so like I frick up my nails all the
Oh,
time,
yeah.
and so I never get them done. Well, now that I have this ring on my finger, everyone stares at my hand. So now I've been getting my nails done ever since, and I decided, Jay, I'm just gonna start billing you. 'Cause
Billing
this
you
is your fault.
for the nails. No, yeah, but now it's
brilliant.
now it's all communal revenue anyway, so
Absolutely.
it doesn't even matter. So look, we have a lot to talk about here with Kylie, who had probably one of the busiest weekends ever. Started out the weekend, you were opening up for Jason Derulo, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then last night you played Stadium. You played CMA Fest at Nissan. And you have to be the hardest working person in show business because
Oh
you
my God.
literally started. Where was the Jason show?
So honestly, this weekend was like my peak. I was like, if
Do you
I die tomorrow, put it on my tombstone. Like it was
like just
unreal.
what, like the dates of this weekend?
I was just like, yeah, just gonna open for Jason Derulo really quick, and then I'll
Yeah.
go play Nissan
Is he
Stadium.
doing country stuff right now? Like, am I
Like-
out of the loop? Like,
No, he's not.
how'd you get on the Jason
So
Derulo
that was
date?
what was so cool is like
Jason Derulo.
wow, that was really good.
No, I'm not.
That was really good.
I just like can't like whenever I think of Jason
No,
Derulo, I literally
like,
think
should-
of that like little.
I do the same
moment.
thing. I'm like, should
that
I
must
start
have been
it-
so cool.
Should I
for
start
you.
announcing myself in my songs? Like,
Yeah.
Kylie Morgan.
I think, or
Yeah,
I think you
exactly.
could probably get BB to do it actually.
Oh,
But
no.
but wait.
Sorry,
So
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Keep
hold,
going.
hold on. This is really big. So how do you even get on the how do you get on the Jason Derulo?
Okay, so
show?
it was actually a really cool story. I performed I opened for John Party
Yeah.
at Fort Benning.
That makes sense.
And that makes sense, right? Well, pretty much my agent who works at CIA, her name's Kylie, and she is my knight in shining armor. She's so wonderful. So she's booking this show, and she like books, like she gives him these options. She's like, oh, we have this dude available. He's toured with Party before. And the promoter just kept being like, like, we're not really looking for that. And then finally she was like, you want a hot country girl, don't you? And she was like, yes. And she goes, I got the perfect girl for you.
wait, hold on. The promoter for the Jason show.
No, this was for the John Party show.
Oh, for the John Party
Yes.
show.
So it was for a base, and like as in like it was a bunch of army dudes who wanted to see
Yeah.
legs. Like that's
Yeah.
pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I got a girl for you. And so I
got
went and
the
played the
perfect
John
girl.
Party show.
I've got a yogi for you.
Yeah, pretty
who's
much.
Yeah.
So I went and played the John Party show. Well, then that same promoter did the Jason Derulo show, and they put on the writer they wanted like a R&B, obviously pop guy, Jason Derulo, and then they wanted a female country.
What was the show?
Opener.
Was it a bass show also?
It was
or-
also another bass show. Yes, it was at
Oh.
Fort Polk in Louisiana. And so when he was like country female, I was like the first name that came to his mind. So that's how I got the slot. And I already had a show that day for CMA. I was supposed to play the Ascend stage at 2:30 on that Saturday. Well, CMA was so sweet and moved my 2:30 slot to Sunday at 2:30. Which
See,
was
When
great.
you're Kylie Morgan, you got to call these shots.
I mean,
you gotta.
But like, what do you say? Hey, I'm so sorry I can't do it. Like, Jason Derulo called and I can't go.
The
Like,
whole thing's for charity. CMA is for the kids. It's all
do
for
it
charity.
for the kids and then do it for Jason.
Yeah. Wait. So you moved the slot.
So move the slot, and so I was able to do like fanfare, kind of like signing on Friday. Immediately got on a plane, flew to Houston. Well, Fort Polk is 3.5 hours away from Houston because that's the closest airport. So we drove in that night, flew in that night, drove to Fort Polk, stayed that night, did the show, immediately drove back. Well, I couldn't miss Jason's set, so we stayed late. So we drove back to Houston, slept for 3 hours, got on a plane, immediately landed in Nashville. I went straight to hair and makeup, and then I went and did my 2:45 slot on the Ascend stage, went straight to
Wow.
Nissan for sound check, and then did my slot at Nissan Stadium that night.
Hold on.
You must have been running on pure adrenaline.
It was fumes.
Wait. A lot to unpack here. First of all, when you're doing the signings at CMA Fest, I feel like that's got to be such an ego trip when all these fans come up and want your autograph,
Oh,
right?
it has to be.
That's
yeah.
got to be the best feeling ever when that happens, right? At CMA Fest.
I mean, I've also been like practicing my autograph since like
Do you-
12. So
do you feel like now it's finally coming together?
I'm like, wait,
Like,
people actually want
cute.
this now. It's just
Peop-
not on my notepad in English class.
Yeah.
it's actually on. Yeah, people were asking for some photos of me during CMA Fest, and
Not the same, Zach.
not the
It's not
same.
the same.
It's
No,
not
it's
the
still
same.
cool though. Like it's just a validation thing. It's like
It's a
like when you get
validation
like when I
thing.
get recognized, like it's like cool. 'cause
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
I'm
okay,
not famous. Kylie's actually famous.
you're famous.
But no, but these dads, I had like dads and moms who came up to me at CMA Fest who wanted their photo with me. And I was like, you don't even know who I am. Wait. Okay, so then you fly out because I saw this on your Instagram. It was confusing to me because you drove like 3 hours, and so you played the show. Did you interact with Jason at all?
It was I was promised to meet him, and so I was like, heck yeah, I just literally just want a photo. If we could do a TikTok dance together, great. If not, it's fine. And so they put me to the front of the line for his meet and greet because I had to be on stage at 7:15. His meet and greet was at 7, and so it was with all like the head generals, like the biggest of the biggest, like in that base, and then me. And so the promoter put me to the front of the line. Jason walked past us to his dressing room, and then one of his managers came out and goes, Jason just needs like 20 minutes to like decompress. He like just got back for blah blah blah, and I was like,
do you empathize
What?
with that as an artist? Like, do you kind of get where he's coming from?
absolutely. But it was more. I wasn't worried about me. It was more of like it was the heads of like all the generals and all the like very important people in this like military base, and I was just like, ooh, like maybe just like a quick little like hug and picture for him and their families, like just really quick and not leave him sitting there for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know, but it was fine because it ended up, I didn't get to meet him, but then I got to watch his whole set side stage, and then I didn't get to do a TikTok dance with him, but then right when his lead dancer came off on Savage Love, we got to get a video together. So it was like,
cute.
okay,
Oh,
well,
I love that.
Yeah,
And
Still got a
were the
moment.
fans receptive? You went hardcore country. Like you had this great outfit that you were wearing that like you looked like a country cowgirl.
Thank you.
You were dominating
like a
it.
country cowgirl.
I'm sure that like the way you looked and the way Jason looked was very.
Well, Jason was shirtless.
Jason
so.
was shirtless.
Oh, he
was
was?
he? Did he look good?
Oh.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ripped. He's ripped.
I'm just like, I thought, like, I don't know how he dances and sings at the same time. Like, I jump around on stage like it's like a straight cardio workout for an hour. I'm out of breath. Like, I'm sweating. I don't know how he does what he does. Like, it truly blows my mind. It was actually so inspiring because I was like, wow, okay, first get to the point where I can hire backup dancers. That's all I want to do. Is if I can get to that point.
What? No. That I don't even think that's that hard. I think you get like two or three at first, just sort of
I mean,
like.
I hope so.
Okay, wait. So I'm trying to get a breakdown here. So you then get back to Nashville. They fly you to this, or you play the Ascend stage on fumes.
Yep.
Do you drink a lot of coffee?
A lot of water, coffee, and then
Yeah.
I totally had like a shot right before I went on stage.
Oh, really?
You gotta be like loosey goosey, you know,
Yeah,
it just
just
like relaxes.
all the
the
liquids.
water
Yeah.
thing is good. Can't fall asleep if you have to pee. That's how I've always felt. And then so you play the Ascend stage, and then do they put you in a golf cart and they bring you a Nissan? Is that how that works?
What sucked is like I got off stage and it was the hottest point of the day, and it was the hottest day of CMA Fest, of course. So I
Yeah,
walk
it
off
was hot
stage. It was
yesterday.
like 95.
It's
Yeah.
been hot. It's been brutal.
It was like 95. That was yesterday. That felt like 2 weeks ago.
That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. So I walk off stage and I do what I do, and so like I was drenched, and thank God I had my amazing hair and makeup person Amanda there, because she literally was like blah 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 like trying to like fix my face
Yeah.
so I could go to the
'Cause
stadium.
it was so sweaty.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like trying to take pictures with the fans, and I was like, I looked like I just like went swimming because I was I look like a wet dog, and so it was that was the hardest part, is like first of all not looking like I had 3 hours of sleep, and also I was sweating my ass off. So
Were
like,
you tired, or were you like so like let's friggin' go?
so I was not tired
Yeah, no
until
way.
I did a bunch of press before my performance, and like it was running behind. So then like I hadn't eaten all day, and I just didn't have time. And so then I finally like did all my press, and I did like I think it was like 13 interviews back to back to back. And then they're like, okay, cool, you have like 45 minutes to change and then go do your show. And I was like,
Oh my
I need
gosh.
to eat.
Yeah.
And I also need to like sit down for a second. And that's when like the tired hit me, and I was like, oh no. And so I was like, I know the adrenaline, as soon as I step on like side stage, it's gonna be fine. And it was great.
And did it feel have you done arenas before? You've played
That was my first stadium ever.
but you never did an arena, or have you? Because you've done like amphitheaters and you've
I've
played
done
the Ryman.
amphitheaters, yeah.
So you went from like stadiums without even touching an arena, basically.
Honestly, like it was they said you're gonna step out on stage and you're gonna like freak out.
And did you?
I was just like, this is so big. Like I was just like looking around, and I was like, there is so many seats and so many people.
Do you feel like who you've like what shows have you seen? Like, have you seen Kane Chesney or have you seen Taylor?
So I'm label mates with Eric Church.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been any chance I get to go to an Eric Church show, I'm such a huge fan.
He's great.
So to be able to like, I remember it was actually a very cool moment. I just signed my record deal with Universal. It was 3 years ago. I was flying into Dallas to open up for Brett Eldridge, and I was like landing with Marissa. She was with me, my manager, and we get a text from the head of EMI, who I had not met any of my label people at all because I just signed. And they're like, hey, Eric Church is playing in Dallas tonight. I know you're opening for Brett tomorrow, but do you want to come to the concert tonight? Well, this is at 6 p.m. when we land, and the show starts at like 7. And so we're like...
Wait, same day?
Same day.
And were you in the right area?
Yeah, we were both we just happened to be in Dallas.
Wow.
And so we were like, okay. So we like change in the airport bathroom and immediately go to the Eric Church show. And they put us in the pit, and it was the first time I've ever been in the pit of a arena. And I remember just standing there, and Jimmy was sitting in front of me, which is the head of EMI, and he was wearing a Universal shirt. So it said Universal on the back of his shirt. And I just had one of those moments where I'm like, I looked at his shirt, it said Universal. I looked up at Eric, who is now my label mate. And then I looked around at this giant arena of a sold-out concert, and I was just like,
where am I?
What is happening?
You just had like a really surreal
I was
moment.
like, wow.
Yeah.
Like this could be me. Like this is we're doing
It was you last night.
It was me last night.
at Nissan. He's like, what did you think? First of all, I saw on TikTok you must have spent like forever rehearsing with the band and everything, right?
No.
Like, no?
We had a 30-minute rehearsal.
And then what? Because look, I wanted to go last night to the show and I wasn't able to make it. I was so bummed.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
First of all, I'm gonna catch Kylie's next.
You don't love me that much.
I'm gonna catch Kylie's next stadium
you have to
appearance,
be at her
and
next
it's
show.
gonna be big. But how many songs did you get to do?
So I got to do 2 songs.
Yeah.
And I got to do.
But you were on the main stage because
yes,
a lot
main
of
stage.
artists this weekend were playing on like a B stage.
Yeah, so
I was like,
I
screw that.
opened up last night.
You
CMA
opened
Fest.
up
so
last
I was
night.
the first act out of all the
Yeah.
acts last night.
By the way, when I was there on Saturday, Dina Carter opened up. You were like filled in for Dina Carter. So
Casual.
is that yeah. Wait. So you show up. Was it a house band or was it your band?
It was Sarah Evans' band, which was even
Oh,
cooler.
because she played after.
Yeah.
That's right. So she's got a great band.
Yeah.
So
fantastic.
So
band.
her band learned the songs.
Yes.
And then what songs did you play?
I played Independent with You, which is
Yeah.
one that I recently put out.
Great music video for that one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That one was pretty special to me. Thank you. And then I played If He Wanted To, He Would, which is our radio single that we're coming out with July 1st, ships to radio July 25th. And I was just like, you know what? The song isn't out yet, but I want to I want to make its debut at Nissan Stadium. Like,
Yeah.
what
How
a-
cool is that?
How
yeah,
epic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And then after I had so many DMs of people being like, I've been looking for this song. Why can't I find this song? And I was like, oh my God, I should have prefaced that it's not out
It's
yet.
not out yet.
And so I like kind of disappointed so many people. And I was like, but the pre-save link's in my bio.
I was
Go
going to
check
say
it
that's
out."
really good though, because then
No,
you
it
got them
is.
excited about it.
Yeah.
There were
yeah.
80,000 fans at Nissan
Exactly.
Stadium last night that were heartbroken that
And
they couldn't go home and listen to that song.
That's
Don't
really
do that
good
to
logic.
me.
They've got to wait for it. Holy crap, though. So wait. So did you think about like, okay, I'm gonna walk on. I need like a good intro. Like Nissan Stadium, how you feeling? Like I would have all this mapped out, like hardcore.
See, I don't.
No,
I don't
you
ever
just
map it
go
out.
with it?
winged it.
I'm more of like in the moment if instead of winged it is what I call it. 'Cause
So
it's like,
what? But like, what are you thinking right before you go on? Like, do you know what you're gonna say first, or are you thinking I just need to get into the song?
Well, first of all, the band switched the songs on accident. So like I was supposed to open up with Independent with You, and then they introduced my name. I walk out, and they start playing If You Wanted To, He Would.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh
okay,
my God,
we're just gonna switch mindsets really quick. And what's
Yeah.
funny, I didn't even notice it until like I also didn't time it out to where like they started playing and I didn't realize how long of a walk it was from side stage to the mic. So I made it to the mic on the first word. And I was like, oh my God, what if I I didn't make it to like the third line?
This
Yeah.
is stadium problems. It's a big
I was going
stage.
to say.
You've got to, but okay. So you show up. So you have nothing to say in the beginning.
Yeah, because I'm
you
just trying to
barely,
get to my microphone.
you just barely made it to the mic. Stormy Warren introduces you or whoever, and then like you finally make it in. But then in between songs, that's like a really good moment to say like, "Hey everybody, I'm Kylie Morgan."
Yeah.
Like, great to see you all here. Did you do any of that?
I said, "What's up, Nissan Stadium?"
What's up,
I know,
Nissan Stadium?
Like, who would not just lead with that? You know.
Yeah.
So I
No,
said
that's
that.
big.
And then I just like immediately came to my mind. My whole family, my mom and my cousins and my little sister flew in to see it. And so the first thing that came to my mind was just like, I knew that mom was in the crowd, and I just had this feeling, and I was just like, you know what? I told my mom when I was 12 years old that I was going to move to Nashville and be a country music artist, and she's in the crowd tonight, and Mama, we did it. We're here. And so then I went into my next song, and so there's this video of my mom just like crying and recording.
I would have
and
been crying
like,
too. How did you not even cry on stage?
I
What an
tried
emotional
so
moment.
hard. I tried so hard, and I was like, I'm not going to know where my mom is, because if I look at her, like,
It's over.
And so what was funny is that when I went out after, I changed outfits and tried to like be low key so I could enjoy the show with my family. And so I go out after, and I guess so many people came up to me and they were like, once everyone knew it was your mom, we all started crying. You had the whole 130 section crying.
Aw, that's so
like, "Aw."
sweet.
It was so magical.
Do you have
That's
like when you
special.
look back on it? Do you have like a pretty clear memory of it, or is it just kind of like a blur and like it's just like a mess?
No, I actually remember everything. Sometimes I black out, but for that one, I was told over and over, soak it in, remember, be in the moment. So I like made it a priority to like remember sights, sounds, smells kind of thing, to like, that way I could like mentally take that note.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to play a stadium. It feels good, right? Is it? Because some people say it's like overrated. Like some people say like when you're swimming in the ocean, doesn't matter how deep it is, all you can do is swim, right? Like some people say
Oh.
that. That's BS though, isn't it?
They've never swam in the ocean.
They've
then.
never swam in the ocean.
And
like,
they've never played a
Dude,
stadium.
it's gotta feel unreal. And is it really loud? Are you wearing in-ears? Like, is it kind of the same volume, or
I'm
is it
wearing
really
in-ears.
loud?
I'm wearing in-ears, but it was loud. I mean, you could, because you can hear the echo even when you have in-ears.
Even
in.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, I just remember looking around and I was just like, oh my God, like I cannot believe we're here. Like it was just such a surreal moment, and it was, I mean, I've been doing this for over 12 years, and it was just like one of those like very pinch me, like, okay, we're doing it moments. So I tried my best to just soak it in, but it was so magical.
Oh my God, I wish I could have seen this.
You should have came. Should have came.
FOMO.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's a Kylie song right there. So wait, so we have a lot to talk about here. There's a new EP coming out, July 1st. Is that the date? Well, what's the EP called? Marissa sent me a Dropbox with the songs, but I didn't get a title of the EP.
It's called PS.
PS.
Yes.
As in like,
So the
here's
original,
a little more, here's a little extra for you.
So the original
Yeah.
EP, the debut EP, was called Love Kylie.
Yeah.
And the reason I called it that is because like every song was like pretty much a love letter from me to my fans, as in like every song was a chapter of my life that I hope people could relate to. And so before we went into like a full-length project, I feel like I just had more to say, and I was still writing that story in the meantime of like the phase of life I was in. And I was like, I have more to say, and I feel like this, before we dive into a full-length album, I want to release an EP called PS, because I'm not done with this section of my life yet. So
Hold up, everybody. Hold up. There's more to say.
Yes.
There's more to say here.
Yes.
Wait. And then I was listening to it this morning when Marissa sent me the Dropbox, and I love the song "Country Anyway" because I can't date someone who doesn't listen to country music.
Amen.
There's no way.
If you don't listen to country, I don't trust you.
No.
Exactly.
It's like if you don't like dogs, I don't trust you.
I really relate to this. But Marissa said to me specifically, she said, ask Kylie about this song, and that there's like a great story here about country anyway.
Yes.
How'd this come together? Like, how was this written?
This never happens, by the way. I'm going to preface this.
What
This
never?
never happens.
This story never happens.
This story never happens. So, long story short, I'll make it quick, because it's a long story.
Oh my God.
But I'll make it quick. So, Walker.
We're here for you. Like,
well, still.
I want to hear. I want the story told with justice.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
I
all right,
want the
deal.
story of how this was written.
All right. I'll give you the highlights and the bonus points.
Great.
Okay, so Walker Hayes and I have been writing since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Known him forever. He watched me grow up. I pretty much watched him grow up. And it's just been one of those things where like he's been like my songwriting big brother. So he was releasing a song, this was 2 years ago, like in the middle of the pandemic when we were all doing Zooms. And so he did this segment called Trash My Zoom, where he was surprising fans on their Zooms. Well, there's this fan, her name's Elena Jones, and she's a big fan of mine and Walker's. And so he surprised her on a Zoom. And he was like, oh, what's up with Walker? And she was like, oh my God. And just like word vomited and was like, I'm moving to Nashville. I want to be a songwriter. Like, I would love to write with you. And Walker, being Walker, was like, let's do it. I'm like, only
What?
you would agree to write with a fan.
He wrote.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest no-no.
Yeah,
You
you're not
don't-
supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
There's crazies out there.
Like,
He wrote with the fan.
He wrote with a fan. And so
I've heard that he's like super.
he's just that way, though.
Really
That's
sweet.
Walker.
Yeah.
He made a video for my dad. Actually, my dad's like the biggest Walker Hayes fan.
Oh, see?
And
Of
I
course he
texted
did.
Marissa and I said, Marissa's really, I really owe Marissa for a lot of things. I texted her and I was like, my dad's a big Walker Hayes fan. Like, can we get a video? And he made this like great video being like, Jeff, what's up? It's Walker.
Wow, I know
Like,
exactly what you're
He
talking
was like,
about.
Jeff,
What's
what's
up?
up? What's
It's
up,
almost
man?
like a question. What's up?
What-
It's Walker.
It's Walker. Like, happy birthday. Oh my God, it was big. Okay, wait. So he actually lets this fan.
So they
come and write
do
with him.
so they do a Zoom, right? And Elena just pretty much tells her story to Walker. And her story is she's always wanted to move to Nashville. This guy that she has been dating lives in Nashville. So she moves there, not for him, but she wants to be a songwriter, wants to move to Nashville, but just so happens to be dating a guy here. So she moves here. They break up in like 2 months of her living here. So like she moves to her dream city. And now all these places that she's wanted to go, she goes and she sees him. So he like pretty much robs her of her like dream city when pretty much like he already lived there and now she like moves there and now she can't go to all these places she wants to go to. So she's telling him this story and she's like, you know what the worst part is? He doesn't even like country anyway. And I was like, huh? What a title. And so Walker and her wrote this chorus, a version of the chorus. And Elena sends it to me, direct message it to me on Instagram. I try and read all my DMs. So I like just randomly saw it. And she sent me the lyrics and all I saw was the title, which was, you don't even like country anyway. And I immediately called Walker and I was like, hi, I'm inviting myself on this song. Like, I don't know if you're going to finish the song or what, but like this title is a smash. And why I felt so close to it is because the same thing happened to me. I moved to Nashville with this guy who wanted to be an artist. I'm doing quotation marks.
Well, we know those.
Yeah. And
We know those, BB, right?
I've been here before. I'm like getting deja vu listening to this. I'm like moving to Nashville, artist.
Yep.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So
This isn't about you, BB. This is about
No,
I'm
Kylie.
so
it's
sorry.
okay.
I'm
No,
sorry
it's
to
okay.
fill the
No,
spotlight.
see,
Jesus,
no, but like,
Zach.
see, you relate to it too.
Yeah.
So
It's
moved
really
here to
relatable.
Nashville.
It's very relatable.
It's
And
really relatable.
He was like, hey, can you like help me set up like this and this and this? I just signed my first pub deal. Like I don't even have my foot in the door. I have my toe in the door. Like I have no coattails to even like offer. Like I just moved here. And he's like trying to like get me to help him. And I'm like, dude, I literally need to help myself first. And so like he moved in with me. I told him I didn't want to live together. And he was like, can I just live with you until I find a place? And I'm like, sure. Well, then he like stayed for like 4 months and like never paid rent. And I was just like, dude.
Oh,
Like it was just like a very like he's a good guy, but just wasn't my guy. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
He was the guy for then.
Yeah. So anyway, I started going out to all the places we go out in Midtown. All the locals go to Winners, Losers. Well, I had a fake ID. I was 19, and
What was your name?
I had a few.
A few fakes?
Because I kept getting them taken away.
Do you know that song?
She was persistent. She kept getting another.
And when
fake
the
ID.
bouncers, there's not that
I
many
would've been
bouncers.
too scared to get another
Nah.
one.
There's not that many
Nah.
bouncers in Midtown. Like, wouldn't they start to recognize you?
I was gonna say
No, so like that was awesome is because I showed it to him once, then we made friends.
And then they just
with
let
all
you
the bouncers,
in.
So they just let me in.
Okay,
So
cool.
they all looked at my ID once, and then we all became buds. Cool. Well, I started going out, and I met Jay. Right, I broke up with Zach because I met Jay, and I pretty much just met my person, and I was like, look, like, what do you do when you like? I saw Jay, and I was like, that's my person. So
Really? You saw him
I
in
literally saw
Midtown?
him. I know I saw him walking down the stairs in a building on Music Row, and I was like, that's my husband.
Wow, I wish I had that much confidence. There
I've
are
definitely
tons of
thought that before, but like
there
no,
are tons of women
actually-
that I look at and I go, that's my wife,
That's
and
my
then we
wifey.
both just walk away.
No, see, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm like, no, that's my husband.
And then look
And
at
then you
her.
pursued him?
And so I like did the whole like knock into him and was like, oh, hi, my name's Kylie. Like, fancy me.
That like in there,
Yeah.
like you just like bumped into him.
yeah,
kind of,
like
and then
bumped into him. Yeah.
yeah.
And so he was a writer at that publishing house that I was at. Well, there's like 5 million stories in the middle of this story.
No,
so
we're gonna bring it home, but I
It's fine.
want to just get this out.
Yes. So I meet him and I see him walking down the stairs. I'm like, that's my husband. So I go and introduce myself. Well, he's a writer at that publishing house that I'm at. And I wasn't even supposed to be at that party. I was supposed to meet Zach. I was leaving a co-write, and my manager at the time was like, hey, we're going to this like mixer thing, you know, what they did before COVID, to meet everybody, like see who you vibe with.
Like a Yep
Networking,
mixer, like a solid
mixer. It's like a networking publishing thing to see who you want to write with.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Who you want to create with.
Oh God, I hate
so
those.
I was like, well, he was like, there'll be free wine, and I was like, cool, I'll go.
Jay invited you to this,
No,
or
no,
your
my manager.
your manager invited you to this, but Jay was
there.
He was there.
Yes.
So you go, great. I'll show up to this thing.
Yeah, I'll
There's
go.
free wine.
Drink the free wine.
That's
eat
where
the
you
free
meet
cheese.
Jay.
I'm
He's
broke.
coming downstairs.
Yes.
You bump into him and you say, "Hi, I'm Kylie."
I'm Kylie. You're my husband. No, I didn't say that.
That would have been so bold.
But oh no, it gets better. Wow, this is a great story that I'm doing in the middle of the story, but this is
no.
This
I'm
is a
gonna
great
bring it
story.
home. I'm tracking. I just want to get through this.
So I meet Jay. We get set up on a co-write that following Monday. This was Friday when I met him. We get set up on a co-write that following Monday. I like spend some extra time getting ready. I wear like a cute little hipster hat, some knee-high socks, like some shorty shorts. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like.
Kylie's in some shorty shorts
yeah,
for
I'm like,
Jay.
Jay, I'm like, I'm about this. So homeboy shows up 20 minutes late. He rolls in his Camaro, and I was like, this douchebag. Okay, maybe I was wrong.
Oh my God, where does he get a Camaro from? Isn't he like a struggling songwriter at this point?
Well, he also was a worship leader, and so he was like doing fine.
This guy's he's got his Camaro. Yeah.
So he got his Camaro. He rolled up, and I was like, oh God, like maybe I was wrong. Well, then he like walks in, and we get to talking, and I was like, wait, no, I'm right. I can see through his Camaro, and his 20 minutes late. It's fine. Well, turns out I look down, and he's wearing a wedding ring. And I was like, well, turns out my husband is somebody else's husband. Okay, cool.
Whoa.
So Jay was married when I met him. And I was like, well, there goes that dream. So I like
No
word
way.
vomit. And I like immediately go, oh my God, that's so great. Like, we should double date. Like, we should double date for sure. Like, you have a wife, I have a boyfriend. That's fine. Totally.
Because you were dating
I was dating Zach.
This guy, Zach.
Yeah. And so then I was like, well, at least I can just be friends with the dude because I think he's great. I think his like his songs are amazing. His voice is unreal. Okay. Well, then we write again.
Are you into tattoos? Because he's got.
He had 2 tattoos.
Are you
when
serious?
I met him.
This dude, BB, I
want to see him.
His entire body is tattooed.
You're gonna die at this. I was getting this tattoo right here that I have on my right wrist. It's the day I moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Okay. I was getting this tattoo and I wanted to get it, and I was like, hey, where do you get? Because he just got his first like tattoo, that he like did a cover up on. I was like, where do you get your tattoo? So he told me where to go to get this tattoo. My ex ended up getting the same tattoo with me. And not because
of the date on
of
your
the
arm?
date, because we moved here at the same time. It had nothing to do with each other, but I was getting it, and he's like, well, I want to get it too. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Ruining my thing,
I know.
Zach.
I'm like, okay, it's
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
So,
okay, so wait, so hold on. So you go to wait. I cut you off. Just keep going. I don't know where we are anymore.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it home because I got it.
Kylie's tracking.
I got it. So, how funny is it that Jay tells me where to go get a tattoo with my ex, pretty much?
Yeah.
And I go to his tattoo parlor. So anyway, the second time we write, he like ends up opening up and being like, so I'm actually in the middle of a divorce. My wife had cheated on me multiple times. I forgave her. I moved her to Nashville. She's actually shacking up with some guy right now. I'm just in a weird spot. Like, I'm trying to get this divorce done.
You're like, yes.
And I was like,
yes.
Mama has a chance. Okay, maybe he still is my husband. It's fine. He's got
But
a
you're
He is my husband,
balancing.
he's
But
not my husband.
you still have to be sympathetic.
right.
You
And I'm
know,
like, oh, that sucks.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
this is big.
So literally, this happens, and I immediately break up with Zach. I'm like, if this is a chance, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm donezo with this.
I'm donezo
bro.
with this dude anyway.
You don't want to date Zach. That's not.
Yeah. So we break
Zach's
up.
our loser.
We break up, and then this is what was so salty coming back to Country NEAs, because I was go out to Midtown. I was with Jay, and every time I would see Zach in a bar, he would get me kicked out of the bar. He would go tell the bouncer that I wasn't 21.
Salty.
Yeah.
Salty.
All these bouncers are
Such
my
a
friends.
dick move.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did the bouncers support him, or
No.
would they kick you out?
So twice, yes. Third time, boy was my homie, bouncer was my guy, and he was like,
wait. We gotta stay on track here. When do things heat up with you and Jay? How does that happen?
So okay, yeah, right. So back to that. So third co-write, he tells himself, I'm going to ask this girl to hang out with me. I just spilled the beans about everything. If she says no, I'm going to like just write it off.
Yeah.
It's fine. She says yes, I'm going to pursue it. So we walk out and he's like, hey, do you want to go like grab a drink or something like this after our write? And I was like, actually, I'm going to meet Zach. We have plans. And he was like,
Oh my God, Kylie, why would you do that?
I don't know. I already had plans. I didn't want to like.
Well, lie about the plans. Say you were
but
meeting like
he
your
knew I was
girlfriends
dating.
or something.
No, he knew I was dating him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I was like, no, and he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta go. So I'm in the car. I call Zach and I'm like, hey, are we still good? He goes, actually, I'm canceling because my manager, this manager that he just got, that was a cougar that just wanted to, yeah. Anyway. I'm going to go downtown with her because she wants to introduce me to some people. And I was like, okay.
By the way, any
Wow.
manager, this is like for all you people listening, like any manager who's like, let me introduce you to some people, let's go downtown. Not a place
No.
to,
Lies.
not a place to
No.
meet anyone in the music industry
No.
downtown.
Lies.
Waste of time.
No one was downtown that's in the music industry.
No, if they're like, hey, let's go to like Music Row, I'm going to
Right.
introduce you to
Or
some people.
Midtown.
Or Midtown, possibly
Okay.
legit. Downtown, this
Yep.
person's a scam. Okay.
Yeah.
So
So Zach
he
cancels on me.
cancels on you.
I call Jay. I'm like, hey,
Guess
my
what,
boyfriend
Jay?
just canceled on me. Do you still want to go? So we go.
Not to play, some might say you should have played a little hard to get.
Yeah, you would think. But,
But-
I tried to cancel. I tried to say no.
You tried to say no.
So that was my hard to get.
So you say, Jay,
Yeah,
listen.
she already had said no.
Yeah.
She already
did
said no.
say
So
Yeah.
you go, Jay, listen, baby, I'm canceled.
Let's
go-
meet up. So
let's
we
meet
meet
up.
up. But I am not like I'm like this can't be a date because I'm still dating someone. So then I literally call in reinforcements and I ask my friend China to just casually show up. And so she casually shows up while we're
Oh my
together. So
God,
it's not
I'm-
a date because I'm
No,
still dating someone.
Of course not.
Right.
So then we all three hang out. I'm like, okay, we're good. Like,
Yeah, it's a threesome.
yeah, it's fine.
It's literally a threesome.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
So after that, the date goes super well, pretty much the three-way date. And I'm like, yep, he's my person. So I literally break up with
Wow.
Zach the next day. We pursue each other. He literally gets his divorce done, and we move in together a month later.
No way.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
how long were you dating before he proposed?
7 years.
Oh,
That's
wow.
insane.
Wait, no,
Dang.
6 years. 6 years. Sorry.
Oh, 6 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I was a baby when I met him. I was 19. So like I needed to grow
How-
up first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Let me see your ring. We should get like a zoom in. Look at how gorgeous.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay, wait, hold on. So
gorgeous.
I'm glad that we got.
Drill.
I'm glad that
Okay.
we told this.
So
Wait.
I'm gonna reel it back.
Wait.
Okay?
So
Wait, now we need to go back to country.
Yeah.
country anyway. Hold on. I just want to recap this to
So-
make sure I'm understanding. So a random fan DMs Walker Hayes and says, "I want to write with you." Walker, being the mensch that he is, says, "Great. Like, yeah, let's do it." So they get on Zoom and she's venting about her life with her boyfriend, saying the worst part about this guy is he didn't like country anyway.
Yes.
They write a what? A hook of
They
a
write
chorus?
Somewhat of a chorus.
Someone, of course. This random fan then DMs you, says, "Hey, check this out. I wrote with Walker Hayes, and this is what we have." You look at that title and you go, "This is genius."
I relate to it.
You
'cause
relate
I just
to it.
Told you what happened.
You call Walker. You say, "Walker, this is genius.
Yes.
I got to get in here.
I'm inviting myself.
I got to do this. Walker, you're bringing me into this." And then
Yes.
this is where we are in the story. So
Yes.
now what the frick happens?
So then Walker and I finish the song, and we like pretty much, and Elena helps too. We like morph it into like
Someone's got to get this girl a publishing deal. Does she have a publishing deal?
not yet.
Okay, I cut you off. I'm sorry.
Not
Okay,
yet.
so
And so we finish this song. Well, then it ends up being like one of the favorites of Mike Dungan, which is the head of Universal. And I'm like, what are the odds of this song
Right.
with this fan, this
How
story?
cool that you guys
with
wrote
Walker.
together with the fan.
Yeah, and so
Like-
now it's on my EP, and I'm like, just so you know, Elena, it is normally not this easy to get a cut.
no.
No, literally
like-
though. That must have been like her dream come true.
Yeah.
If she was like fans of both of you
Yeah.
guys, and then she probably just didn't even expect Walker to say yes
Yeah.
to the right. Then they do. Then she messages it to you probably just for the hell of it,
Uh-huh.
and then it ends up getting cut on the EP.
Yeah.
You're
and
like,
then
And
I
I'm
asked
sure she-
Walker to feature, and he's like, of course. So now it's
Right.
featuring him.
wow.
That
And
is a really cool
You're
story.
like,
Crazy.
listen, Elena, I've been grinding in this town for 11 years.
Thank you,
okay?
Elena
Homegirl
Jones.
gets a
You-
cut immediately after like 3 months of moving.
Yeah.
You send 2 DMs and
Dang.
you got your cut with a major label artist. Like
Two major label artists.
Two major label artists.
It was
Like,
supposed to happen.
get
so.
out of here. Wait, so this song's coming out. I
Cool.
love this song. I think the song is so fun. And wait, someone's got to get this girl a publishing deal now.
I mean, I feel like she already
Shout
was-
out.
she's
have
already
you ran
coming
with
out
her
a hook.
anything else?
No, not yet.
And
I've
is she
also
gonna
been.
move here?
I haven't been. I think she already is here.
Wow.
But that's what's crazy about like if once you like read down these songs, like so I don't have one repeat writer on the whole EP. I wrote
Wow.
everything with different people. And it's so cool because like every song has such a specific crazy story and like reasoning behind it. And it's just like I think that's what makes me the most excited about this EP is because it's so versatile, and it's more of like my whole thing of wanting to finish this as a PS is I want once you put Love Kylie and PS together, I hope that there is a song for every phase in your life that you're going through and every moment that you want a song for. In that 2 EPs together, I hope that you find that. And so that's why I'm just so excited about this EP is all the versatility and just like the excitement of like taking you through this roller coaster ride.
Oh, I love that.
That's
I mean, look, we're running out of time here. There's so much I want to talk about. But you're taking the song to radio, or you're not taking country anyway. You're taking If He Wanted to, He Would to
Yes.
country radio. And I feel like you've had, because I've been following your career for a minute, you've had all these like country radio mishaps of like there was a song that was supposed to go in the pandemic, but radio was kind of weird during, like you've had all these like almost with a song at country radio, but it feels like this is kind of like the moment, right? How does this song get picked to be like the one that you're going with?
My relationship with radio has been like just like not with radio, but the idea of radio has been so exhausting. Just as far as just like all I've wanted to be is on the radio, right? And that's like the next step as far as like when you sign a record deal, you can like do the whole like, you know, TikTok thing, digital thing, okay, but like you need to be on the radio if you want to be headlining stadiums. It's just the way it is. And so radio has always been my end all be all when it comes to like, okay, if I get this, then I can go to the next step. So yeah, pandemic, almost. After that, almost got a call from the head of Universal. Yeah, we had an ad day, not a fan, almost, go back, make more music. And so I was just like to the point where, and then Independent With You happened, and then they're like, no, we're not going to take this one, even though it like organically popped off. And I was just like, what am I supposed to do? I was just like, I feel like I've been like throwing spaghetti at a wall, and like things have been happening. We've had these moments. And then finally, If He Wanted to, He Would. It was just like, when I wrote that song though, I was like, this is it. I know that all those like heartbreaks led to this song, because I feel like this is a song out of all the other ones that I've ever written that will not only go to radio, but will hopefully like change the game and like start a career for me.
This is a great song. I was listening to it this morning, and I think it's really special.
Thank you.
I think this is a great song. And when you're like so friendly with Walker, like Walker Stone has just grinded for so long, and then finally exploded. Like, is that
Exhibit A of perseverance?
Is that just encouraging to see? Like, look, if you work really hard, like this is possible. Like, because you've been
Last
doing
man
this.
standing wins.
You're like 11 years into a 10-year talent. Now, granted, you started this game like really freaking early, so like I don't. Like it doesn't
didn't even hit puberty yet. And I was
yeah,
there
like
hey,
so,
Nashville.
like you're still. To me, I feel like it probably feels like you've been doing this forever, but I feel like I don't know, like I don't know. It's still early. Like how old was Walker when he had Fancy
Walker's
Like?
20 years into this 10-year talent.
Yeah, 20 years into this.
Yeah.
So like when you see someone like Walker have a moment, you've got to be like, okay, this works, and then you've got so much of the same team around you. Like Marissa's got to be so annoying telling you to put stuff on TikTok, right? Like
see, that was
constantly.
what was I give Marissa so much props for so many reasons, but like with the TikTok thing, like when it came out, like the whole app during the pandemic, I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna wear a bikini and do dances. Like I felt like that's all TikTok was.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if I'm gonna do this, I want it to be authentic to me. So I'm just gonna keep posting what I do, and that's songs. And so like I finally was like, you know what? I want people to come to my page for my songs. So like I just started posting like, hey, if you're going through this, I wrote this song for you. If this happened to you, I wrote this song for you. And that's what all my viral videos were. And now I don't know how many. I think I'm close to like 400,000 followers, but that doesn't matter. The point is that all those people came to my page for my songs, and that's all I ever wanted.
Not for dancing in a bikini, which I think is very.
I mean, hey, sex sells, I know, but like music is way better.
Exactly.
Way better. It lasts way longer. This is so big. Kylie's taking a song to radio. If he wanted to, he would. If there's any doubt, there is no doubt. That might be the moral of this song. Is if he wanted to do something, you know, he'll make a move. If he doesn't, take the hint. Country Anyway, we got a great story there.
Mhm.
The new EP PS is coming out July 1st.
I'm excited.
Birthday
So this is
weekend.
around the corner.
It's my
Who
birthday
is
weekend.
so?
Awesome.
Oh, happy birthday! So,
Thank
and
you.
I know this is also that like Ben Johnson produces a lot of your stuff with
Mhm.
Shane, and I know Ben. Ben's a great guy. Does he bring something to the table?
He wrote if he wanted to, he would.
He wrote
with
it,
me.
so he was a writer on it,
Um,
but he's produced a lot of your stuff, right?
We've been writing since I was 19 before either one of us had publishing
Yeah.
deals. Like when we first started writing, he was still in an apartment in Belmont with his 2 sisters, and now he like was just nominated for a Grammy and like is one of the top songwriters in Nashville.
Yeah.
And so again, very like same thing with Walker, just to have these relationships and come up with these people, and when the good guys win, it's just so refreshing.
Does he bring something in that like Shane, like does he complete something of Shane's when they're producing
Well,
together?
Ben knows how my brain works because
Yeah.
we've been working together
For
for
so
so long.
long, yeah.
So like I actually wrote if he wanted to, he would with a girl that I found on TikTok actually, and I was scrolling through TikTok, found this girl named Zandy who I'm trying to get a pub deal. I think she's a star, and
Wow.
if you're listening to this, wait till Zandy Hole Up comes out because you're gonna freak out. She's amazing.
Wow.
But I was scrolling through TikTok, found her, and I'd never done this before, but I was the one who messaged her and said, I think you're amazing. Our writing is so similar. Do you want to write a song together? And so we wrote if he wanted to, he would together. And the lyrics were all there, but I'm like, we need someone else on this that will help me do what I do. And so that's when I pulled Ben in on it. He gave so much when it came to the melodies. I told him I wanted it to be like a very anthemic, like mid but driving song. And that's what we did. And then after we finished it, after we did the demo, I was like, this is it, guys. We did it. Like, it only
Wow.
took 11 years, but we did it.
That's awesome.
I love
That's
this.
another good story.
Kylie Morgan in the studio. New EP coming out July 1st. PS. Song going country radio. If he wanted to, he would. I keep having to look at it to make sure I'm saying everything in the right way. There's a lot of words in it.
No, literally.
I
We
like-
did a radio showcase, and Mike Dungan, which is the head of Universal, goes, if he could, he would.
If he
and
could, he
everyone's
would.
like, no, if he wanted to,
Dungan.
he would.
Oh my god.
If he wanted to, he
He
would.
would.
I think this is a
Very
big
true.
song. I've heard like you've called Dungan and like you've said to Dungan like, what do we have to do? What's the thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of artists are calling the heads of labels right or their label, but you should though, right? You should have that kind of like I don't know personal relationship.
Well, I mean, if at the end of the day, these people, your dreams are in their hands, and if you don't have a relationship with them, if you can't call them and be like, "Hey, what do I need to do?" Then like you're
What's
at the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion. So I just like called him and I was like, "Look, we've had 3 almost, and I need to know what we need." And so I was like, I need you to listen to these songs, and I want you to be more a part of this process so that we can do this together. And then that's when I brought him and played him the 45 songs that I would want to release, and then he helped us pick these songs. Yeah.
Nice.
Stand up guy right there,
Yeah,
helping
there you
pick
go.
songs. This is big. Kylie, thanks for coming in the studio the
Thank
day after
you.
CMA Fest.
Woo-woo.
This is big. We'll have to have you come back on at some point when the song explodes to number 1,
Yes.
and when you're back in stadiums, when you're playing another
Yeah, and
stadium.
when you come.
Making shots. I should have come. I could have come. I really wanted to come last night. I was just tired from the weekend.
Oh, you were
I
tired.
was tired. Kylie.
She has like 3 hours of
tired.
sleep.
She had 3
She's
hours
like
of
flying
sleep.
back and forth from Texas to
She was
Nashville.
playing a
You're
freaking
tired.
stadium. I was
Jesus,
just
Zach.
downtown all
Oh
week.
my God.
Oh my,
No,
you're right.
I absolutely feel
It's-
you though. CMA Fest it's a
it's-
marathon. Not
It's
a
a
sprint.
marathon.
Yeah.
I know. and then well, you know the funny thing. I know we got to wrap this up for Alex, but the funny thing is
We love
was
you, Alex. Thank you.
Marissa was like Kylie's in, she's in. And I think I still I had the ticket, I still could have been like, oh, let me get to the stadium. I was like, I'm so tired. I
Well-
should have done it though. It would have
well,
been
now
so cool
I
to have
just-
seen you play in that stadium.
It's an
Oh
exhibit
my
A of
God.
I have to play another stadium just so you can
Exactly.
come.
What are you talking about? Of course
So,
you're gonna play in their
I
stadium.
mean, just
It-
just manifest.
that wasn't the last
Manifest.
stadium. Where are you talking about?
what are you talking about?
Kylie's gonna be back. She's gonna come back on the pod. She's gonna be back in the stadium. It's all big. It's all happening. That's it. Kylie Morgan, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks so much for listening.
Woo! Oh my God, Alex, what time is it? Oh, we went 4 minutes over.
We're
We're
good,
We're
brother.
good.
That
Kylie.
was such a good. You had such